Welcome. My name is Charlene and I'm a registered yoga teacher. This practice is part of my Bloomosity Yoga Chakra series, where each class gently supports balance in a different energy center of the body. This is offered as a mindful invitation, not a requirement. Move slowly, modify as needed, using blocks, bolsters, straps, or towels. Honor your body's wisdom. If you have any health concerns, please consult a medical professional before practicing. And let's begin in easy pose, legs crossed, spine long, hands settling where it feels comfortable for you. Closing the eyes or focusing your gaze softly at an object in front of you. And beginning to focus on the steady rhythm of the breath. Bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. The Heart Chakra, Anahata, is associated with compassion, connection, balance, and love. Its element is air, its color is green, its quality is expansion without force. And for this practice, perhaps remembering this affirmation, I open with steadiness. And we'll begin with seated shoulder rolls, so sitting tall but relaxed. Inhale, lift the shoulders towards the ears. Exhale, roll them back down and slowly, feeling the collarbones widen. Hands on belly and heart, repeating this, moving as slowly as you want to. Widening the chest, lower ribs remain soft, chin stays level, and imagine the breath moving across the collarbones like a soft breeze, clearing space. And now, resting the hands on knees, we're going to inhale, gently draw the shoulder blades toward one another. And on the exhale, soften the upper back without collapsing. So inhaling and exhaling through the nose, the back of the neck is long, the chest widens without thrusting forward, chin stays level, lower ribs remain soft. Imagining the breath moving across the collarbones like a soft breeze, clearing space. And perhaps affirming, I allow space in my heart. And we'll transition into our next pose, thread the needle. So come onto hands and knees into tabletop position. Shoulders stacked over wrists, hips stacked over knees, knees hip-width distance apart, hands shoulder-width distance apart, and spread the fingers evenly. Press gently into the base of the index finger and thumb. And let's begin by sliding the right arm underneath the chest and lowering the right shoulder and side of the head, and keep the hips stacked over the knees. Support your weight through the left hand, no collapsing into the right shoulder. Breath expands between the shoulder blades, jaw relaxed. And let's come back into tabletop, and this time sliding the left arm under the chest and lowering the left shoulder and left side of the head. Open through the back of the heart, not just the front. Breathing here with jaws relaxed. Breath is expanding between the shoulder blades. I create space where I have been holding. Gentle breath in and out of the nose. And let's come back into tabletop position. And from tabletop, we're going to come into puppy pose. So walk the hands forward and keep the hips over the knees and lower the chest gently to the floor, placing a block or bolster beneath the chest or forehead if it's helpful. So relaxing the belly, keeping the lower back long, the neck is neutral, the elbows are soft. Gazing forward if that's available. Imagining a soft green light glowing at the center of your chest. With each inhale, feel space widen between the ribs. With each exhale, allow effort to soften. Inhale, space. Exhale, soften. I am open and supported. And then let's come back into tabletop. And we're going to rise gradually into Tadasana or mountain pose. And let's pause in mountain pose for a few moments, feeling the feet steady, the spine upright, the chest buoyant but not rigid. And we're going to inhale, sweep the arms wide and upward. Hands touch the top, coming down into prayer at heart center. Keeping the neck relaxed, the collarbone broad, the shoulder blades slide gently down. And let's repeat that. So inhale, sweeping the arms wide and upward, palms open, hands touch, and then exhale, hands to heart. Open without hardening. Again, inhale, sweep the arms upward. Exhale, hands to heart. I receive and give freely. Inhale, sweep the arms wide and upward. Hands touch at the top. Exhale, heart center. I receive and give freely. And bringing hands to hips, let's step the right foot back. We're going to come into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. And now extending the arms wide. And bring the front knee soft and the heel is aligned with the arch of the back foot. The arms are energized but not tense. Chest open, gaze steady over the front arm. The breath is smooth. Our arms extend like wings, steady and expansive. I remain open, even in strength. And let's step the right foot back up to the front of the mat, hands on hips, and coming into the other side. So stepping back with the left foot, extending the arms wide. Front knee is soft and aligned with the heel. Chest open, gaze steady over the front hand. Breath is smooth, inhaling in and out through the nose. Energizing the arms, but not tensing them. Arms extending like wings, steady and expansive. And from Warrior 2, we're going to come into Reverse Warrior. So we're sliding the back hand down the leg onto the thigh, lifting the front arm over gently and keeping the front knee stable and slightly bent, lifting through the side ribs. No compression in the lower back. The breath is steady. Expansion through the side body supports compassion. And stepping back up to the front of the mat, we'll just repeat that on the other side. So stepping back with the right foot, coming into Reverse Warrior. Expanding through the side body, supporting compassion. And let's return to Tadasana and pause. And we'll come into Natarajasana, dancer pose. So shifting weight into the left foot and bending the right knee, reaching back with right hand and hold the ankle or a pant leg. Option here is to have a strap around the foot and hold on to the strap. We're keeping the knees close together at first. Now gently press the back foot into the hand. Let the chest lift slightly. This is not about kicking high. It's about opening the heart. Keeping the standing knee soft, pelvis neutral. We're lifting through the sternum, shoulders broad, gaze steady. And releasing that back into Tadasana. And we're going to come into the other side. Standing knee soft, pelvis neutral, lifting up through the sternum. Gaze steady, shoulders broad. Imagine the front of the chest glowing softly green and feel expansion across the collarbones. Eye open with courage. And return to Tadasana, pausing here, letting the arms rest by your sides. Taking one full breath in, feeling the chest broad. Exhale gently through the mouth. Now bring the hands to heart center and bow the head slightly toward the thumbs. Let this be a moment of gratitude for effort, for openness. And coming back to Tadasana, stepping the feet slightly wider than hips and bending through the knees, generously lengthening through the spine as we inhale and then exhale, hinge forward into a soft forward fold, letting the torso drape over the thighs. Knees bent, belly resting on thighs, neck completely released and the shoulders are heavy. And let's inhale, lengthen halfway, placing hands on shins. Exhale, bend deeply, bring the hands to the floor or blocks. And now slowly lower one knee down. Pause. Lower the second knee down and come into tabletop. Pausing here. Taking a breath and allowing the spine to return to neutral. And we'll come into Balasana, child's pose, by gently shifting the hips back towards the heels, softly and comfortably, allowing the heart to soften. We're going to bring ourselves into a seated position, easy pose. Let the chest open but feel settled. Take one full breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And we're going to come into a gentle seated twist. So sit tall with legs extended or crossed comfortably. Placing the right hand behind you, fingertips lightly touching the floor, and then the left hand rests gently on the outer right thigh. Lengthen the spine through the crown. So we're growing taller. Then exhale, rotating slowly from the ribs. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist slowly, keeping both sitting bones grounded. Rotating from the mid-back, not the neck. Shoulders soften away from the ears. Back of the neck is long. Chin stays level with the floor. And avoid pulling with the hand on the thigh. If the breath shortens, soften the twist slightly. Let the twist feel like bringing out tension from around the heart. to center, and we'll switch to the other side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rotate. Back of the neck is long. Rotating from the back, not the neck, softening the shoulders away from the ears. I release what no longer serves my heart. And we'll transition into a supported seated back bend. So placing hands behind the hips, fingers angled outward or slightly back. Press gently into the fingertips and lift through the sternum, not the lower ribs. And release on an exhale. So keeping the weight evenly distributed between the sitting bones, avoid collapsing into the lower back. We're lifting from the upper chest as the shoulder blades draw gently down the spine and the elbows remain slightly bent. Let the front of the shoulders open gradually as you inhale. And notice how the back body supports the opening of the front of the body. Breathe slowly into upper chest and collarbones, and you're exhaling, releasing with control. I can be open and supported at the same time. Bringing the soles of both feet onto the floor in front of the body with bent knees. We're going to hold on to the back of the thighs as we slowly roll ourselves down to the floor. So the thighs are hip width distance apart, parallel with one another. Now press evenly through all corners of both feet. Imagine a block between the thighs, inner thighs gently active. Glutes are firm but not gripping, and we're lifting from the back of the heart, not the neck. The skull remains heavy on the mat, throat relaxed, lifting the hips up. And then on lowering, you're going to roll slowly through the upper spine, then mid-spine, then pelvis. Again, so we're going to inhale and press evenly through all corners of the feet, lifting the hips up. And on an exhale, roll down slowly through the upper spine, mid-spine, then pelvis. Imagining holding a block between the thighs, glutes firm but not gripping, throat relaxed. keeping the head steady. Inhale and press evenly through all corners of the feet. And on an exhale, roll down slowly through the upper spine, mid-spine, then pelvis. And let's do that one more time. So pressing evenly through the feet, lifting the hips up, holding it here, breathing. And exhale, lower slowly down to the mat. Pausing here before moving on. And we're going to extend the arms wide in a T or cactus shape, palms facing upward, just allowing the blades of the shoulders to rest heavy. Adjust the arms so there's no strain in the shoulder. Back of the ribs soften to the floor. Collarbones widen. Front shoulders release. Unclench your jaw. The tongue is soft in the mouth, eyes heavy. Now bring awareness to the space across the chest and inhale, feel breath expand from the sternum outward. Exhale, let the chest settle without collapsing. Imagine the front of the heart opening and the back of the heart receiving support from the floor. Compassion includes both giving and receiving. And coming into Shavasana, so lying comfortably, adjusting clothing or hair so nothing pulls at the neck, letting the feet fall open naturally, resting arms slightly away from body, palms up, and feel the back of the ribs melting into the mat and the weight of the shoulders sinking down. And bring awareness to the center of the chest and imagine a soft green light glowing there. With each inhale, the green light expands, not dramatically, just gently. The green light expands across the ribs, across the collarbones, through the upper arms, into the hands. And now with each exhale, let that green light circulate back inward to the back of the heart. Between the shoulder blades, into the spine. Notice if there is effort in the chest and just let it dissolve. Allow the breath to become quieter. And here are some affirmations. You may wish to gently repeat to yourself, I am open. I am worthy of love. I give and receive with balance. I forgive myself. I soften without losing strength. If emotions arise, just invite them gently. There's no fixing, no forcing. I can be compassionate toward myself. My heart is wise. Breathing through the heart center and resting in spaciousness. And deepen your breath slowly, wiggling fingers and toes gently. Rolling to your right side. The heart is resting. Pause there. Keeping eyes closed if you wish, pressing up slowly to a comfortable seated position, perhaps easy pose, and bringing both hands to heart center. Feel warmth beneath palms. And I invite you to silently reflect and affirm, I choose openness with wisdom. I lead with compassion and steadiness. And then bowing the head slightly to complete our practice, I want to thank you for joining me here today. And until next time, I wish you well. Namaste.